go. Oh, this is a good-looking crowd. You know, I think I got to take off my jacket. We got some work to do. How y'all been? It's good to be in North Carolina. Let me begin by saying what an honor it was to have Judge Fry introduce me here today. The extraordinary work that he has done. I love you back. I do. I love North Carolina. I do. I always used to say in North Carolina, people are so nice in North Carolina, even the folks who didn't vote for me are still nice to me. I mean, just some good people in North Carolina. We've also got a number of outstanding elected officials who are proud to work for you each and every day. Your representatives in Congress, Alma Adams is here. G.K. Butterfield is in the House. David Price is here. And your next United States Senator, Deborah Ross, is here. And although he couldn't be here this evening, I just want to mention your outstanding candidate for governor, Roy Cooper. He is a good man, and he deserves your support. He is outstanding. Now, those of you who have seats, feel free to sit down. If you don't have a seat, don't sit. You'll fall. But you don't have to. I'm just saying, you know, your feet might get tired. I'm going to talk for a little bit. You know, I want to begin by thanking everybody in North Carolina for looking out for one another these past few days. As all of you know, a lot of communities are dealing with terrible flooding. Lives have been lost. And so the entire country has been thinking about North Carolina. Thoughts and prayers are with folks who are still dealing with rivers that are overflowing, homes that are being flooded. We made sure that FEMA was on the ground early. We've been making sure that the governor, local and state officials all have what North Carolina needs to recover and rebuild. And it is a reminder of what we do here in America, which is we have to look out for one another no matter what. When it comes to making sure the people are safe and cared for, there are no politics. Everybody has to look out for one another. Now, this will probably be one of the last times I get to visit as president. It's okay. I'm going to come back more when I'm not president. You know, now I'm just allowed to come on business. I'm coming for fun in North Carolina next time I come. But our term is coming to an end. Michelle and I, our lease was only for 8 years. And we're already looking around, making sure we haven't broken any china or messed anything up. Bo and Sonny haven't ruined any of the carpets, because we want to get our security deposit back. You've been through that, right? Sometimes these landlords, they'll be like, oh no. All right. You know, this is the great thing about politics in America. It takes all kinds. You know, folks will just do all kinds of stuff. Now, where was I? You know, see, those are some folks who were, they were auditioning for a reality show. All right, hold on a second. Settle down, everybody, settle down. Goodness gracious. I'm just trying to make a simple point here. You know, I wanted to say thank you for all the support that you've given us over the years. And, you know, I remember campaigning here in Greensboro 8 years ago. It was in the closing days of another hard-fought campaign. We were still mired in 2 wars, living through the early days of what would end up being the worst economic crisis of our lifetimes. We were tackling challenges like health care and climate change that we'd been putting off for a long time. And you know, we'd just been kicking the can down the road for way, way too long. And when we look back, 8 years later, we fought back from the recession. Our auto industry is setting new records. Our businesses have turned job losses into 15 million new jobs, cut our unemployment rate in half, slashed our dependence on foreign oil, doubled our production of clean energy, incomes are rising, poverty is falling, uninsured rate at an all-time low. Across America, you can marry whoever you love. Brought our brave troops home to their families. Delivered justice to Osama bin Laden. Shut down Iran's nuclear weapons program. Opened a new chapter with the people of Cuba. Brought nearly 200 nations together around a climate agreement that might save this beautiful planet for future generations. America viewed more positively around the world, setting the global agenda on the challenges of our times. No wonder I've got gray, because we've been busy. We've been busy. That's why I got all this gray hair. I've been busy. But Michelle says I still look good, though. That's what she said. That's what she said. Now, my daughters, on the other hand, what did they say? They said, well, your dad cute. You're like cute for a dad. You know, which is, yeah, that's the best you're going to do, you know, so that's all right. But I am telling you, Greensboro, all that progress goes out the window if we don't make the right choice just 4 weeks from today. The closer we get, the clearer the choice becomes. It's a choice between, is somebody hollering again? You know what? Here's the deal. Try to get your own rally. Try to get your own rally. You got to get your own rally. See, if you can't get your own rally, don't come mess up somebody else's rally. We got work to do here. We've got a choice right now between somebody who is as qualified as has ever run for the office of president and somebody who over and over again has proven himself unfit to represent this country. Look, Democrats and Republicans, we've always had our differences. That's the nature of a democracy. There's nothing wrong with that. When I was running against John McCain, when I was running against Mitt Romney, we had serious disagreements on the economy and on foreign policy and on social issues. And those elections were close and contested, and we had debates. But the truth is, although obviously I believed that the agenda that we set was the better agenda for America, I never thought that those people were not honorable. I did not think that if they were in the Oval Office, that America would spin out of control. I didn't think that they couldn't represent us on the world stage. I just thought they represented a different political party and a different philosophy. But look, and I'm being honest here, that is not the case with the current Republican nominee. He doesn't have the temperament or the judgment or the knowledge or apparently the desire to obtain the knowledge or the basic honesty that a president needs to have. And that was true even before we heard about his attitudes towards women. Now, of course, it was true when we heard what he thought about minorities and what he thought about people of the Muslim faith and when he made fun of disabled persons or when he insulted Gold Star families. You know, but you know, you don't have to be a husband or a father to hear what we heard just a few days ago and say, that's not right. You just have to be a decent human being to say that's not right. And if it makes you mad, if you say that's not somebody I want representing the United States of America, you can do something about it, North Carolina. Go to iwillvote.com, register to vote right away, and make your voice be heard. Early voting starts next Thursday. And you can reject a dark and pessimistic vision of a country where we turn against each other and turn away from our role as leaders in the world. You can reject fear and resentment and blame and anger and hate and choose the America we know, an America that's full of courage and optimism and generosity and ingenuity. You know what? We've got real challenges. Families are still struggling to pay the bills for all the progress we've made.